Well, here we are again. A year ago today, 27th of July 2018, I was attending a hospital at Stobe Hill for a colonoscopy. I'd been suffering quite severe abdominal pains for about 6 weeks before that. A little history. I'd had kidney stones about 18 months before, and I presumed that they were coming back. I went to see my doctor, and he decided that I should begin treatment again for kidney stones. It was then noted that I was anemic. I went back again, made another appointment, so another GP who had just started in the practice, and I'd explained my symptoms to her, and she said it's probably kidney stones, but to be on the safe side, we'll get you in for a colonoscopy. And that's where I was a year ago today. So they don't knock you out for a colonoscopy, they just take you down to a level, basically about 5 pints. So I then spent the rest of the day with a camera where the sun don't shine. I've no idea how long it took. I was under anaesthetic, and when these things are happening to me, I usually just go to sleep. So procedure over, got dressed again, was told to wait in the waiting room, and the nurse practitioner came in, and his first words were, "You have bowel cancer." I don't really remember much after that. It's one of these things. I'd assumed that I had it, so it hadn't come as such a shock, but it still came as a bit of a shock. So I don't know if you know our medical system. It's the National Health Service. The health service is run by the Greater Glasgow Health Board, and wheels were then set in motion. An appointment was made for me to see a surgeon, case conferences were held, and a decision was made that I would need another few more tests, MRI scans and blood tests and goodness knows what else. So it turns out I was anemic and also had bowel cancer. The CT scan showed up my thyroid was getting bigger, and it was assumed that it could have been a secondary cancer. Later it turned out not to be, so that was it. So that's where I am a year ago. After that, I spent 6 weeks waiting for all the tests and all the checkups to make sure that I would be fit enough to survive the operation. On September the 7th, I had the operation, which was supposed to be reasonably straightforward, take an hour and a half, be in and out, no problem at all. All went a bit pear-shaped, 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, I think. The blood supply to my bowel had failed or had been compromised with cancer cells, and therefore it was removed, so I ended up with no bowel. I now have a bag on my side, which it is what it is. Fast forward a few months, chemotherapy, really bad chemotherapy. Started losing my fingers, the skin on my fingers, then the feeling on my fingers. Started interfering with my eyesight. My heels peeled off. Strange enough, my hair, which is thin enough as it is, was entirely unaffected. So, a year on, I'm back at work, waiting more surgery for kind of minor tidy-ups and things like that, and that's really about it, you know. As you know, we have universal healthcare here, which means that I've paid my taxes all these years, and that's what's financed my my health bill. I mean, nobody gets a bill. It's ridiculous. Prescriptions are paid for through general taxation as well, so I have no prescription charges. Total, I've been kind of tallying it up using the American kind of system. My total bill would be about £500,000, which is 700,000 US dollars. There's no co-pay here, there's none of that nonsense. The most expensive day I had was I had to pay £7, which is about $10 for parking one day. But I now have a disabled badge and I don't even pay for parking anymore. So I'm not dead, and I'm not the healthiest person at all, but I'm not dead. So that's me as far as life goes at the moment.